let's see if everything's set on the soundtrack here. See if soundtrack's on. Yeah, sounds fine. Hi guys, hello, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and of course today is Wednesday, and it's also Ash Wednesday. For the world, and we're going to talk about what Pope Francis suggested is one of the things to give up for Lent: trolling. I thought it was kind of interesting that he would suggest that we should give up trolling on social media for 40 days. Not that that's really a bad idea, but let's talk about who trolls who. Do I troll? Actually, unfortunately, I do sometimes. But I don't think I'm doing it on purpose. A lot of times, I think trolling does come up. So, are we live? We're live. Okay. Yeah, we're live. Gotta love it. I said I was going to start at 8 o'clock. I ended up starting 5 minutes before. So, I got one person on. Hello, one person. How you doing, one person? Yeah. So, Pope Francis said for Lent to give up trolling on social media. Yeah. What the hell? That's going to go. It's an interesting idea. Everybody tries to give bad habits. Yeah, I guess that's one. But like I said, am I really a troll myself? No, but I guess in some ways I can say I do troll once in a great while, but it's not a regular thing for me. I just happen to be, yeah, just like everybody else does. I have my days. I wanted to have some people on the show, and I don't know if anybody's going to be on the show or not. I got a message. Research Project says, earlier he said this on here. Let me read what he says here from Research Project, and then says, the brace you had from where, when, where, how about you consult a specialist who will guide you. If you're stuck in a combination, hummus and brace, deal with it. That was the hip to ankle, no extension. Flexation for weeks after my surgery. Explain why you refuse to see ortho. Okay, I already explained about the ortho. All right, I'm going to explain this again. First of all, if you're not an Aquarius, you may not understand. If you are an Aquarius, you understand. Okay. When I was sitting over the woman's house that we all know I shall not name. So the first month, I was basically in her bed, on her bed, doing crap, nothing for about a month. Laying there like a big, solid, stiff soldier, doing nothing, laying flat on my back. On my knees, the so-called ruptured tendon, which there was one, began the process of rebuilding itself. Believe it or not, I still lay on my bed. Okay, most of the day. Because of that, this is not I'm trying to rest my leg, which is obviously one reason, but also because that's what I normally do anyway when I get home, watching videos all day long. As an Aquarian, I am very much into information gathering and information harvesting. That's what I love to do. I love to dig in facts. First of all, I wore one brace that was, as you suggested, is a solid piece of material that basically does not allow any kind of forgiveness. And I did not take long after I got to her house to finally throw the thing and unshackle myself from it. I was already laying flat anyway, so there was no real reason to worry about being tied into something that I couldn't even use to easily get to the bathroom. And as I've done that, my leg got stronger and was able to walk now better. Unfortunately, my leg still gets sore. And when it does get sore, I lay down. and I just rest it. Even on these live streams like this one, I do not necessarily constantly sit at the desk hours after hours after hours. Even at the soup kitchen, the table I sit out, usually there's no one else there, so I can stretch my leg all the way out straight and basically just let it chill without having to bend the knee too much, which is why I do it the way I do. Now, first question is, where the fuck is everybody? Everybody wanted me to be a live show. Where the fuck are you people? Ah, where are you guys? Come on, I see one person. Let's see one person. Where's the rest of you guys? You wanted the show, but no one's here. And that's one reason I don't like doing live shows. Because the fact is, when you do live shows, you're waiting for people to show up. I came early. It's not quite 8 o'clock yet. And I do a minute a.m. early. But it's 8:02. Where's everybody? So let's go ahead and see. We can get some people to come onto the show. I am a group. Let's get the group in here. And let's see how many people show up on the show. 123, Skynet, Rachella, 821. Maybe we'll add Mrs. Schmecklecat too while we're at it. Yeah, let's get Schmecklecat in here, or Miss Schmecklecat. So let's add another person to the show. And let me add some more participants. I'm not sure how you do that. Just let's see. Oh, let's see what happens. Because unfortunately, I don't have the ringer turned on my phone, so I can't tell if anybody's here. Aw, it's just me. Pity. Oh, okay. So let's see if I can add people. Let me add a person. Let's add. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Let Miss Smicklecat here and see what she says. Okay, try again. Let's see if anybody answers the phone. Okay. We have 4 people here waiting to answer the phone. Who answers it? And I see Research Patrick, are you going to be honest tonight? I am going to be honest today. I always have been. You asked me why I forgot to mention Stop and Shop by name this morning when I said that this morning that I'll probably on the 5th, I'll be taking the paratransit van into the local grocery store, which will be Stop and Shop. Okay, I forgot to mention the store by name, but stupid. Stop and Shop is the only major grocery store within the immediate area within about 5 minutes by car. Okay, 5 minutes by car doesn't mean that you can't have other stores. It just means like it sounds like why waste paid cell phone service making a free smartphone unlimited talks and 3 gig, because the 3 gigabytes of data I'd go through it like a cocaine junkie goes through crack. Okay, let's be honest. I easily use as much as 75 gigabytes a month of data. 75 gigabytes of data a month is not uncommon. Between YouTube videos, Facebook videos, searching things on the internet, browsing things, 3 gigabytes of data is nothing for me. Why won't you see ortho? Well, first of all, I already told you that the orthopedic doctor is going to cost me. He told me the price tag, and he's not going to be affordable. Okay, I'm not the only person in the world that does not feel comfortable going into a doctor's office when all I'm hearing him talking about is dollars and cents. That's the first thing. Number one. Number two is I feel that spending money unnecessarily is a bad idea. You talk about cell phone plans. Let's talk about orthopedic plans. You want to spend all that money going for surgery? Got to pay for the anesthesiologist because he already said he wanted to do surgery. You're going to be paying for the anesthesiologist. You're going to be paying for the hospital stay, and about $800 to $1,200 a day for a hospital stay in a hospital room. Who's going to pay for that? Oh, you say Medicare. Well, Medicare only will pay 50% of the hospital stay for Medicare Part A. Who's going to pay for all the other associated costs? Who's going to come here to take care of my cats? How would I get back up the stairs? Well, after they basically uh, do whatever they're going to do to my tenant. And it's not affordable. It's not economical for me to do that. And no, I'm not going back to the woman who we shall not name. That's not going to happen. Um, you can refuse surgery and request a brace. Well, what do you think? I decided I'm not going to go even bother going in. My primary care physician had looked at my leg. He sees that I am walking on it. He checked it out. He has the medical file. He has the x-rays. He has the CT scans. And he said, as far as I'm concerned, if you're happy with the results, leave it alone. Don't push it. That's the way I feel about it. That's an Aquarian perspective, and if it's not what you want, that's fine. I know that some people wouldn't mind basically going through all that money, but I cannot afford to do that. So yeah, I can be a cheap ass, and I mean it. But I look at it, as you said, oh, you need to save up about 7 months worth of income or 6 months of income to be financially stable in the bank. Well, if I'm going to end up spending possibly up to $50,000, actually 1,700 because of Medicaid, 1,700 for the Medicaid because of the spend down, that's a deductible. Who am I going to get the $1,700 when I'm already behind the 2 months rent? I just made payment arrangements on the rent, so that's not going to happen until after the rent is paid and current. That's a fact. I already said that I'm saving my money and I cannot afford to spend money I don't have. I hate doing that and I will not do that. Um, you don't know anything about how Medicare works? Probably you're right. I mean, you're right. I mean, I don't know everything or anything about how Medicare works. But I'll tell you one thing I do know about Medicare is that Medicare has been demonstrated to be not much better than the bronze plan on the health exchanges. I've looked at the bronze plan, and it's pretty much the same basic general thing as Medicare for all would be, which in the United States will never work. Oh, but that's just me. So let's just leave it at that. Say we've discussed it. Not interested in going on and carrying on about it. Um, I'm not bitching about a brace. Wasn't bitching about the brace. You were the one who brought the brace up, saying that I should get this fancy adjustable brace, which has. I looked at what it is. Let's get presets in the back. You can knobs you can adjust to prevent how much back your leg is going to bend. It's not a matter of bending backwards. My leg is getting stronger and holding itself forward. The knee is actually now able to begin the process of projecting itself forward. So that's something that is good. But I do know, despite the injury, I know it's going to take at least 2 more months before it's going to be even close to the same level of performance as it was before the injury. Also, the kneecap is broken, and now unfortunately, Dr. Limenbell forgot to mention in that letter that my kneecap was broken in half. It is broken in half. Hi Jennifer, how you doing today? We're talking about medical care. I don't know if you ever if you have any experience about medical care and long-term injuries, but that's what research is talking about. Is my knee and medical care and medical costs associated with the repair of said injury, such as a ruptured tendon, which is what I got. Oh, how ruptured is it? Is it completely broken or is it partially broken? It sounds like it's partially broken. Is chat on? If you mean on Discord, the answer is no, because I was going to have a couple people on the panel, but unfortunately they're not here. Paul Domino is not here. Skynet is not up to talking because of his laryngitis. Mrs. Schmeckel Cat is not here. Rachel is not here. But the Mechanic, you can get a fix for free. Yeah, after you become a Canadian citizen, unfortunately. The Medicare covers more than you understand, but you are stubborn, and that's just the way. Oh, I can assure you, Aquariuses are stubborn, but we're not ignorant. We do know what we're dealing with. We are thinkers. We are researchers. Why do you think my phone has got PTSD? I'm always digging up shit on my phone. All kinds of stuff. How you doing, Bob Doc? Yeah. It's an Aquarius thing, trust me. Oh, yeah. They say Aquarius is the cold as ice. You know what the truth is? That's total bullshit. We are not. We are actually a very warm people, but we happen to be very quiet people. You will not find an Aquarius acting like a very emotional person because we tend to keep our emotions inside until the point when we basically explode like a bomb, especially if we're pissed off. Then you definitely will hear it. Us go into a major scream fest. Unfortunately, includes something I have been known to do on my show on occasion. If you want to see me scream like Critical Unity, that's relatively easy to do, but it's not normally what I do. I'm normally a very quiet person as far as try to be professional. Try, operative word, try to be professional. Doesn't mean I'm successful, but at least I try. Um, so you want to hear, what I would do research is I want to send you a video on Aquarius. I just found a really awesome video on Aquarius. It's in my playlists for 2020. With the woman who actually produced it was actually in 2019. You can look it up. I'm not going to play it on the show because obviously I would probably get a copyright strike, and I'm not in the mood to go through that again. Do you? No. Besides, it's also long enough that I'm not going to do it. But I will send you the video link. Research. You can get to know the Aquarius that you're working with right now. So let's see. Let's go to that video right now. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just go to my library. History. And watch me damn videos. There we go. So I'm going to send this to you. Research. This might interest you. This might be right in your field of study. You might find fascinating talking about Aquarius as an air sign. Air sign, not airheads. Although I know some Aquariuses that would say, I'm kind of in the airhead department. But that's actually not completely accurate. Let's see. Research. Refill. There we go. Done. Okay. I'm going to send this video to you. I'm going to send that to you so you can see it. That's a video. It's in your text message. You can check it out. You might find it interesting. This lady, which appears to be from living in the UK, is obviously from India. She has a very fantastic view on Aquarius. You might love it. I love what you had to say about Virgo also. Virgo. The one perfectionist in the zodiac sign. even the negative traits for Virgo, she made them sound like positive traits. Very, very amazing woman. Very amazing woman. I actually makes me fall in love with Patty in some ways again. Unfortunately, she kind of blew it. Okay, that's the truth. All right. Right now I have Patty blocked. I don't even want to deal with Patty. But yeah, the your typical Aquarius is an intellectual thinker, inventor, creator, dreamer. Um, has their deeply spiritually attuned. That's one of the reasons why Pop loves to talk to me so much. Unfortunately, Pop has a habit of basically pushing everybody off the show, and I kind of still owe him an answer questions, and I gotta get him on here. Lisa should try anyway. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Pop, this is your chance to shine. Shine like the top of the Chrysler building. Come on. Angel Spirit guys, we're getting Pop on here. Nope, not on here. Yeah, I'm not going to stay on here with Pop around because Pop will seriously derail the whole show. I tried. Okay. So, anybody got any questions? Tomorrow we go to the Salvation Army and we try to see if we can get them to pay the electric bill, the $160, which will get us current and all the bills. And maybe I could see about getting them to pay the whole boat bill. I don't know about that. They might go, nah, we ain't gonna pay the whole phone bill because you already turned off the phone, so there's no reason to pay it. I would say, well, if I have to choose between the two, pay the electric bill first because I need that paid first. And like I explained on to Skynet, I have backup plans if that doesn't work out, but it's not going to be as nice. I might still be plunged in the dark on April 15th, but if it comes to that, well, we'll have to find some other way to do a show in the pitch black. Don't ask me how, but we'll figure it out. Because April 15th is when all winter protection ends. That's also the day that Jimmy switches the heat off at the central boiler for central heating, and then we basically have to provide our own heat once the rooms get cold. Now, unfortunately enough, it looks like for the time being, the weather for March is going to be cooperative. We may see some cold days in the next few days, but it's not going to be anything super bad. But that's just the way it is around here. So, if anybody has any questions that does not involve Medicare, Medicaid, Medicaps, or knee braces, we can talk about zodiac signs. We can talk about the coronavirus. The fact is that several states are concerned, and President Trump on the 26th had a special press conference on the coronavirus issue. Also, Mount Sinai Hospital has said they found evidence of way of detecting for coronavirus damage to the lungs, which can cause lung disease. Yes, lung disease using CT scans. This is even an early coronavirus. They can detect it through a CT scan. It doesn't show up in X-rays, but very well. But it does show up in a CT scan. They were studying the results of patients from China at various stages of the coronavirus, including from just getting it to severe acute condition. So it was very interesting. Don't they justify? Don't they, the utility company, have emergency assistance? Yes, they do. They do have emergency assistance. Ours does, and they put a hold on cutoffs of people on Medicaid. No, only in the state of Connecticut. Only if you need medical equipment to stay alive. I don't have medical equipment I need for staying alive, such as breathing machine or even a CPAP machine. So I am not immune. However, they do have Operation Fuel and they do have emergency funds available, which the State and Salvation Army and other community access agencies or CAAs can access to get you out of the jam. So yes, they do have that. Um, no, you're not the only one here, but we're not turning on the speech to text yet because unfortunately it is totally absolutely irritating for everybody. It's irritating for me, it's irritating for them, and it certainly did not help when the last time the people were exploiting the system to create distractions. So if there's something important, I will read it to you. The channel is not handicap friendly. His channel is handicap friendly. It just happens to be that as a legally blind person, I can see you. I agree with you. The speech to text is nice. Or text to speech is nice, but unfortunately, sometimes it'd be nice if I can tell it to shut the fuck up. Especially if I'm already reading the text, and then when I time to read the comments, they actually the thing is like starts talking to me 3, 4, 5 messages after I get to the beginning. So once I show up like way later, and then I end up basically wondering what the hell the thing was reading at the time. Trump has fucked this country by destroying the Department of Health. We have several departments of health. We have the Connecticut Center for Disease Control. We have the National Institutes of Health. We have a few other agencies. However, Donald Trump has indeed told all these agencies to get off their duff and to actually focus on finding ways to detect and treat the coronavirus novel A. So he has they told them to get under off their stick and do their job. So that means that they will fix the problem because they have to. Otherwise, fingers are going to be poked at them, and we're going to be telling them that it's their own damn fault. Yeah. I have text to speech. I can enable it and only hear it, not the entire channel. Right. I could do that too. But the way I have my sound track set up, if I enable it for my personal use, it's going to show up coming out through the computer speaker, which is on the floor, which is not going to do me a damn bit of good. And it certainly is going to end up be best to let it go through the entire channel. But I really personally don't feel like doing that because, like I said, some people have taken advantage of the system and have used it to make all kinds of jokes. And I just don't need that kind of distraction, especially makes it hard to think about what we're talking about when I have to hear speech constantly trying to outspeak me constantly. Actually, guess what? The Second Appeals Court has upheld his Department of Justice policies regarding withholding funds to sanctuary cities and states. The Second Court of Appeals has said he has legally right that the federal government can withdraw money from sanctuary cities and states for violating federal laws and immigration and naturalization policies. So Connecticut, Massachusetts, and a few other states, including New York, are definitely pretty upset about that. Yeah, Connecticut is a sanctuary state, which is kind of stupid because it means we could lose our food stamps, we could lose our funding for different programs because of the fact that the state of Connecticut has decided to not follow federal law and requiring that any illegals being held in captivity in prison or jail must be turned over to INS. And, well, that's just the policy. And unfortunately, these federal government, starting under Jeff Sessions, says, sorry, you can't do that. Federal government trumps you. If they don't like it, you can go pound sand. I kind of wonder why our current governor, actually at the time, it was Roland. Was it Roland? No. What's his name there? Oh, fuck. Daniel P. Malloy did that. He actually created a problem and made it worse for the state of Connecticut by saying that this will be an officially a sanctuary state, just like California. How lovely! So I guess we're not going to get our roads done. We're not going to get our food stamps. Probably not going to get any new medical equipment and police equipment and stuff from the Demilitarized Equipment Fund at the Pentagon. So that's going to screw us all up there with Section 1213 policy that was created to give old retired military equipment to police departments across the country. So that's going to be sucking pretty bad. Amanda Resent supported cutting funding to sanctuary cities and states. Okay. Blind Pete, I don't think you are blind, but let's pretend you are. Then you should know how to access your accommodating sins on your phone, computer, iPad, Kindle. Yes, you should. Obviously, if you really truly were blind, don't you think you would wonder how in the hell you're going to navigate to a YouTube channel? Obviously, you need to be able to search. I use text to speech on occasion once in a while myself, especially when my eyes are like not feeling cooperative. But unfortunately, I find it to be overall distracting. Of course, we all know that Mac operating system has a large option of tools, including voiceover and other things that makes it easier for the blind. But I know Windows 10 also has access to several tools as well. So yeah, there is no reason. And I know Android to Google also has some tools both built in and as downloadable extensions for Chrome. So yeah, you can access the internet without using Sight. It's just a pain in the ass. But yes, if you're good at it, because let's see, the Tommy Edison project showed how he was using voiceover on his MacBook to actually, he's totally blind now. He doesn't even have light perception. And he was showing how he was able to do things without even seeing his screen at all. And not only did he had only, he said originally I had light perception only, and then I got severe cataracts in my eyes. Of course, I was already blind, so what was the point of removing the cataracts? Which I can understand 100% of his logic behind it. He showed just how bad his eyes were, cataracts. They were pretty bad. I hope to God I don't get that bad, but I probably will in my right eye in a few years. What phones? What phones? We don't have phones. We don't have phones. We won't have phones until maybe August. Sorry. Yes, lucky we're even on the air at all. You're lucky we're even broadcasting. This is being through T-Mobile. Oh, by the way, T-Mobile is also offering home internet service in selected areas, LTE speed, home internet, $50 a month. It says it's unlimited. Wait a minute. If it's unlimited, why am I paying $20 a month for 6 gigabytes of data with Data Stash if I can get unlimited? Because it's tied to your location. So if you take it outside of your home, it ain't going to work. Oh, I guess that's fine if you don't use it inside your home anyway. But eventually I hope to get my home phone working someday soon. You should give Pete in the blind community an apology, Michelle. Your bigoted, discriminatory actions are disgusting. I am not giving him an apology. I'm legally blind myself, so I understand exactly what I'm saying, and I understand that what I say is my opinion. And let's be honest. Everybody knows clearly Pete has managed to navigate his way onto this channel. Either A, someone gave him the URL, which means that he has the ability to access it, which is possible. Or B, he's already using text to speech himself already and was able to manage to go through and find the page using his voiceover technology or whatever browser he's using as well. So obviously, he already knows about the adaptive technology. It already exists. No, I don't think MMD is being disrespectful. The blind community needs to use the tools available. MMD is partially blind and uses their tools. Yes, I do. I use magnification. I use um, large screen readers. I use on my Mac has got all kinds of screen tools to make it easy for me to see the screen enlarged. Okay, it's true that by default, right now, using the default web browser set up here in Google Chrome to access this live stream, we are using the generic fonts. But if you will notice, I have the font set fairly large in the chat so I can see what's going on. Plus, I have the screen close enough to my face of about 5 fingers worth, maybe 7 fingers worth from me so I can see the screen. I've been, born legally blind, and I went to Arkansas Prices for the Blind. I went through adaptive technology classes. I learned a lot about this stuff. The thing at the time when I went to Arkansas Prices for the Blind, we did not have the same level of technology that we do today. Was back in 1988. So at that time, Apple was just starting, and because we were talking about when the Mac came out in 1984, they were just starting to come out with the new technology that made it possible to do voiceover and stuff. That was just starting to come into existence, even prior to the Americans with Disabilities Act. So it was a good start. Kenneth Stanley says, "Good evening. How are you doing today?" Today we're covering a variety of topics. I have no idea what people are going to bring up. We're talking now about adaptive technology for the blind and how the blind have benefited from things such as voiceover and text to speech. And also, because of my hearing loss, I depend on a lot of closed captions, which is one of the reasons why when I'm watching these shows, I watch the reruns of the shows after I'm done to see if the closed captions didn't potentially mangle my speech too badly. Hi, Miss Schmickelcat. How you doing? Do you feel like doing a hangout? I mean, a Discord chat? What is? Wow, what the hell did he yell, Nightbot? Come on, give the guy a break. What did he say? Okay, Mr. Stanley, what did you say that pissed off Nightbot so bad? Let's see. Let's see. He says, "Good evening" in capitals. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry about that. There's so many tools now for adaptive technology. No reason to annoy your entire chat group. Absolutely true. There is certainly adaptive technology. I'm actually considered of interesting in getting a Beetle that refreshable braille display. If I could get one that wasn't going to cost me an arm and a leg. The Board of Education Services for the Blind may have access to it. Because at the price that I saw for the least expensive that refreshable braille display was way more than I could afford. It would cost me about, I think, $2,000, and that was for a 16 cell braille display. So I was like, yeah, that's kind of much. But it's Bluetooth and it also supports USB, and so I could use it with my cell phone as well. But it's a bit much. Mr. Kenneth Stanley, can you release the caps lock on um your keyboard because you're typing in all capitals? And so Nightbot thinks you're yelling at the top of your lungs, and I don't think you're trying to yell, but just type in lowercase if you can. Okay, I'll call you in the group. I already have a group already set to go, so let's see if I can get you in. Let's see. We can get you in here. Let's see. Okay. So we got a group on here. Let's see who answers the phone. Okay, you're on. I'm just ringing you now.
Hello.
How you doing? How's it going? That's good. Can you hear me okay? Hello? Oh, that's why. Okay. Now you can hear me, right? Hello? Hold on a minute. Let's turn the phone up here. Michelle, it's all the way up. I know. Hold on a minute here. Let's see. What about the mixer board? You got the sound on? Yeah. Can you hear me? Shoot. Okay. All right. Can you hear me now? It's this stupid. Yeah. Why don't you put the microphone down here so we can hear that way? Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to get this thing through the board here. Hold on a minute.
You're good.
Okay. Just give me a second here. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Now I can hear you through the board. Excellent. So how are you doing today?
I'm good. I had today off. Just been hanging out with Mr. Schmeckle.
Okay. I talked to Skynet. He in text. He said, right now, he said my voice still sucks.
Oh yeah, I just got over that not too long ago.
What's the story with that? Why would his voice still suck?
Well, I mean, I don't know about where he is, but where I am, there was this virus.
Right. He told me he didn't have the money to go to see a doctor and double check on his throat. So, with standard laryngitis, you would think it pretty much would be back to normal by now. Oh, Pop's around. Oh, no. You're going to get Pop on here, too? I can't. Oh, because, right, on your phone, you can only do one of the thing at a time. Right. So, Pop says, before you had phones and internet, do you have Wi-Fi? I'm using my mobile hotspot to access the internet from T-Mobile. Why did you get mad at me earlier? Okay, Pop, I got mad at you earlier because I asked you a simple question at the time, and I kept feeling like you weren't going to give me a straight answer. And then you said to me, "Oh, why don't you give me a long list of videos I want you to delete?" And I was like, "What? I'm not going to delete many videos. I don't delete videos, okay? And because I like to save them as archives because they're pieces of history. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? Schmeckle Cat, right? Yeah, I think she does. All right, so, uh, I have the answer. Well, I'm doing fine. About me and you. Why don't you type the answer here, Pop? Let everybody see it. Let everybody see it. Come on. Just type it here. I found out who I really am. Okay. I mean, before when you had the buffet, if the telephone and the internet, did you have Wi-Fi? Well, I did, but I usually use hardwired Ethernet cables. Yeah, everything was hardwired connected to DSL. Right. We had a hardwired internet connection. Um, I agree. Don't delete videos. Why do you make it seem like I'm hiding something? Jennifer J says, "Stop living back in the '90s, kid." You talking about Pop? Yeah. Everybody says everything on the internet. Even if you don't, guess what? The Wayback Machine has a way of keeping a lot of old pages around. Hard Hardwire is faster. Was just curious. Well, that's one of the reasons why I kind of really want to get back to hardwired internet connection. But the closest thing I'm ever going to get to FiOS is to consider the T-Mobile home internet package. Um, but you yourself said research. Do not invest any new money in the studio and stuff until your channel starts bringing in a profit, or you get your finances back in balance again. And I agree with you on that. I don't see any reason right now to rush out there and put myself further into debt, spending money I don't have to upgrade a package. Um, I Black Pop. Yeah, okay. Just trying to help you, and you didn't want Pop. You have to understand. Okay, let me explain one thing. You have a habit of basically taking a simple 10-minute explanation and turning it into a 2-hour broadcast. Okay, everybody wanted just a simple answer. And you could have easily typed a message. You could easily said to me and said, check out the Skype. I have the answer in the text form you can read through, and then you can get back to me if you have any further questions. You didn't even bother, leaving me basically like having to keep ferrying out details. It makes my head hurt because it's like I just wanted to know a simple answer, and it's like, I mean, that's the reason I got so fed up was because you kept saying I had the answer, but then you start going into detail, asking more questions, and I just wanted to know the answer. Yes, please do give me the answer now. I'm asking for it. Don't worry about it if it's public. I'm sure my life's not that private anyway. My life has been on the internet, since the internet existed, probably even before. I'm sure even before TARPANET even was a thing. Well, I wasn't born yet, but I'm sure that somebody has been studying my life ever since I was born. From the very first time I opened up my mouth to uh, you know what I mean, right? Do you want? Okay. Well, it's up to you if you want to give your life, but if you want to give mine, please do. Um, if you want to talk about yourself, you can do that also. That's up to you. That's your decision. Um, he says the Holy Spirit has told me everything. Okay, I do want to hear it. I do want to hear it, Pop. I really do. I do want to hear it. So let's find out what's the story here. When can I call in? Oh, Spaghetti Sloth, are you still there? Oh, some reason got disconnected anyway. Let me go ahead and get Pop on the Discord here. We can have him jump in on that. For some reason it didn't. Looks like we lost her on the other chat here. So let's go back and get Pop on the phone here. So let's see. Yeah, I'll try calling you now, Pop. So yeah. Ricola! I need a cough drop. My throat is getting dry. My throat is getting dry. So, so all hailing frequencies are open, Pop. There we go. Lousy connection. Yeah. Okay, Pop, call when you're ready. phone's free. Give you 10 minutes. All right, guys. You got 10 minutes. Let's get everything in here. Okay. I can't hear chat. That's because the connection was kind of crappy. Yeah. So if I know me, Miss Specklecat is probably still on there. Let's see if I can get her back in chat here for a little while. So let's get her back in here and see. I thought she hung up. She didn't hang up. So, all right. So let's give her a quick call here. All right. So, well, the debates last night were useless. The Democratic debates have been useless completely. Hello?
Hey, so I have a question.
It's so loud. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm sorry we got cut off. It was just the phone thingy was acting kind of funny because the plug came out of the hole.
You're good.
Okay. So anyway, so
anyway, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, how do you feel about the coronavirus scare?
There's been quite a few people that have been died from it. I think it's a man-made virus. There definitely is signs that it was made in a laboratory. And
like what?
And I'm surprised that nobody in the laboratory had made a vaccine to protect their own people from it.
Well, why do you think it was made in a lab? Why do you think it's a how is it not just a natural evolution of the cold virus?
It could be, but I don't know. It's just like that. Why don't we have a vaccine for the common cold? We got supposedly vaccines for the flu, but we have nothing for the common cold either.
Very true. I mean, we have a vaccine for the flu.
It's not always effective, though.
Cold. Hi, Kush. My cat says hi.
Yeah. Well, anyway, research as far as the thing is, well, looking at the people that are being affected by the coronavirus the most, I think it's one of two groups, two classified groups of people. One, the elderly, and two, those that have compromised immune systems. It's almost similar to what is the ones that the flu is likely to take down, because same reason.
Yeah. I mean, why do you think it started in China? I mean, do you think like racist people made it or something? Trying to wipe out the Chinese?
Well, the thing is with China and the way that the Chinese people live is their sanitation is a little bit unusual by Western standards.
I can imagine with all those people crammed into a small space.
Yeah. Martin's World 777 says double question marks. Is Skype open? Yeah, you gotta call Scott. You gotta call Pop. It is open. It's open. But then when that thing rings, Miss Schmickelcat, unfortunately Michelle's gotta jump over to the other one. It's been documented the virus was grown in a laboratory. The common cold has been around since Adam and Eve. I don't get flu vaccines. They are crap. Shoot, why stir up my immune system? Yeah, I agree about the flu vaccines. Are questionable, especially some of them have not proven to be as effective as expected. They come up with a new flu vaccine every year. And I don't know that necessarily it's going to stop you from getting the flu either, because they're actually using dead flu viruses to make the flu vaccines, but they are very much particular to each strain of flu. She's ringing off again. Okay. Yeah, okay, Pop. Yeah, let me get you to that screen. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, Pop. We're waiting for your call. All hailing frequencies are open. Um, Pandemics will eliminate all those who need to go see Jesus anyway. I don't know about that. Um, but with China's population, they say it's also thinning out the population, just like we have to do controlled burns in a forest to remove all the dead trees and underbrush. So in that case, it's kind of like a controlled burn. Um, and Skype is open pop, yes. One of these days, I'd love to see you have as many as 100 people on here. I don't know if I can handle 100 people. Yeah, I don't know if I can handle 100 people. I think we tried one time and 100 people came in, and it was just way too many. Run the church and me were trying to control the population, and we ended up basically killing off a lot of people. They came in and from another channel, and but that was obviously it was because we were not ready to handle that many people. Yes, Kenneth Stanley, please turn off your caps lock, or your Nightbot will keep booting you out again because it thinks you're yelling because you're typing in all capitals. If you can turn your caps lock off. Um. Oh, tough room. Can you actually untie it out? Agriculture systems have been around since man learned the benefits. Okay, that helps. Yeah. Nightbot's just trying to do its job. The robot muted me for a while and I couldn't talk. Yeah, I know it's what its job is. It originally was activated that way because there are some people on this chat that tend to like to yell at the top of their lungs. And I'm not going to give names, just to say is that they are present in this chat right now. So, um, oh, okay, Pop, go ahead. Okay, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Well, I'm doing well.
Okay. So you wanted to tell me what you got for readings from Father and Mother God?
But do you just want the information about you?
It's up to you, Pop. It's up to you. I'll leave that to you to decide what you want to tell.
Okay, where would you like me to start?
From the beginning.
Okay. First of all, I didn't get the information from Mother and Father God.
Okay.
I got it I got it from Abraham and from the Holy Spirit, which is totally different.
Okay.
And I got it through my own spiritual research.
Okay.
Now, first of all, the information I found out about myself is related to the information I found out about you.
Okay.
First of all, we're both in the same situation, that our lives in some ways are doing well, but in some ways we're both in the same situation, that we both have been through a lot of pain and trauma and bad things. And Abraham, and the information that I got through the spirit world is that part of the reason we're going through these things is not.
Hold on, Kenneth Stanley. Maybe in a little bit you can call in. I just right now let Pop finish first.
You know what? If you're not even going to value this, I'm just going to hang up.
No. I'm just trying to answer something that somebody asked me, Pop. They wanted to know if you can call in through Discord, and I said they'll have to wait until after I'm done with you. Okay, go ahead, Pop.
First of all, don't call me Pop. I hate that title.
Pop, 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 pop,
Okay,
pop.
you know what? You know what? You're obviously going to be disrespectful, and
No,
you're not
no,
going
I'm
to.
just kidding with you, Pop. Just relax.
It's not fun. Okay, what I'm going to tell you is this. The reason that you've been through a lot, and so have I, is it's not because of a curse. There is no curse in my life. There is no curse in your life. There are no demons. There is no curse.
Okay.
The reason it's been going on is actually because we, and you especially, but me too, me especially as well, we don't know. It's because we don't know who we really are. You did not know who you truly were, and neither did I.
Okay.
And the truth is that we are gods. We are demigods and demigoddesses. I am a demigod. You are a demigoddess, and so is Lumi. And because this knowledge is suppressed from us, it's hard for us to, to be, because we don't know who we truly are. That in and of itself is a curse, because we feel so depressed and deprived, and everything that's going on is going on because we're not using our full powers to our full potentials.
Okay. First of all, just to clarify for the audience, what is a demigod and demigoddess?
So we're not the main god or the main creator, but we are still many gods and many creators. And it's I'll give it. So for example, some of the more famous demigods are like the 12 Orishas from Santeria. From
Okay.
Santeria, like I do Santeria sometimes. So in my practices of Santeria, we have the 12 Orishas. So for example, my favorite Orisha is I forget her name, but there's 12, like Oshun, Yajiba, the other one about the so these are 12. So that in Santeria, like Santeria teaches that there's one main god, but there's 12 smaller gods who are responsible for the water, the air, the knowledge, and the subcategories. But what humans don't realize is that there are a lot of humans who are actually demigods in human bodies, and they don't realize it. But usually these humans are humans who have been here thousands of times, reincarnated, and they don't even realize that they're demigods. Some of these people include Madonna. She's a demigod. Michael Jackson was a demigod. Jack Nicholson, Cameron Diaz, Muammar Gaddafi. All these people were demigods and goddesses of the divine.
Okay.
Even Steve Jobs is a demigod, and so was.
Go on.
And part of the curse is this: is that the true knowledge is being suppressed from us about who we are, and religion is brainwashing us into praying to God like God is someone else, instead of realizing that in some ways God is inside of us, and we are demigods.
Okay.
But that's not to be narcissistic, and in some ways, being a demigod actually means you have more responsibilities in your life. It doesn't necessarily mean your life is going to be easier, but we can use our powers to our advantage. The problem is that the knowledge has been suppressed from us.
All right. The knowledge is suppressed because of a variety of reasons. Number one, we were told that sorcery and spiritual divinity
No, I'm gonna
is not
I'm
real. Okay.
I'm gonna correct you. Sorcery is good to a certain degree, but in terms of tarot card readings and stuff like that, those are evil and occult. They are not good, and I'm gonna explain why. Abraham Hicks explains it better than me. But the reason, and through my own knowledge, that tarot cards are occult and evil is because they make it seem like your future is out of your control, or like your future is God's choice or the universe's choice, when actually you get to design your own future. It's so when you're reading tarot cards, you're letting the tarot cards choose your future for you, and that's a cult, and it's diminishing your own true power that you can make your own future.
Okay. Now, talking about what makes me and Lumi demigods, I suspect one of the things that makes us considered to be demigods is the fact is that one, we're weather sorcerers or sorceresses. We are.
Saying something to you about weather sorcery, and it's this. People always think that hurricanes are evil, or that, and people always think that some of the demigods are evil. For example, Santa Muerte, Cali, the Orishas, the voodoo gods. People think that these are evil deities, but what they don't realize is that some of the evil energy is actually good energy, and some of the hurricanes are actually positive, because these hurricanes some of them are caused by the demigod, the so-called evil gods, these hurricanes are actually serving a purpose of cleansing and doing things, which, even though it seems evil, in some ways these hurricanes are just nature's way to fight for justice and everything that has been stolen from nature.
Okay. And of course, one of the things is the weather sorceress. Just
What I want to explain.
Go ahead.
What I want to explain to you is that you shouldn't be afraid to do a storm or a hurricane sometimes, because sometimes hurricanes might be bad for humans, but they're good for nature, because a lot of the land that originally belonged to nature was stolen, and that's so terrible.
Right, but I'm a winter weather sorcerer, so hurricanes ain't my thing normally.
Winter is the form of cleansing, because when everything freezes, winter spiritually cleanses a lot of places. It's another form of cleanse.
Right.
And there's a reason you are the winter, and that's part of your powers. You don't even know all your powers, because you only believe that you are a weather sorcerer when you don't realize that weather sorcery can actually help you improve your own life, because winter is symbolic. You can use the spirit of winter to improve your life, because you don't realize that it's symbolic of cleansing and a time of renewal for the upcoming more positive future. So you can actually use this time
Right.
to attract the better new future.
Well, let's just okay. Kenneth Stanley doesn't understand what we're talking about, so let's put this into something maybe he might understand a little better about weather sorcery. Let's talk about Frozen for a minute. Pop, what is Elsa's power? Frozen, she's the Snow Queen, or she was given the powers of the Snow Queen. Okay, if you watch Once Upon a Time, you find out her aunt Ingrid was the original, had the snow powers originally, and somehow she ended up getting it on her mother's side. One of the things is that her father and mother tried to do when she was a child was to suppress her from using her powers. That's why she had to wear those gloves, those garden gloves.
Let me relate this. The problem is that in the story Frozen, she was only suppressed during her childhood, while in real life, most people are actually suppressed during their whole lives, not just their childhood.
That's right, exactly. And it was only after she basically had become queen of Arendelle did she decide, at the spur of the moment when she ended up outing herself, that the ball there, and she realized that fuck it, I'm not gonna hide I've got these powers. Let me use them for my own purpose. And we watched the movie how she starts making her ice castle and things like that. Of course, it's a kids' movie, so obviously there was a lot of real truths that would really happen that was not discussed much. But when you're talking about me, Okay, I do have the ability to make somebody's life a living frozen hell if I really get mad enough.
But that's something you're gonna pay for.
What's that?
But that's something you're gonna have to pay for if you do that. But
Yeah.
here's what I'm gonna tell you, and it's kind of related. You always talk about the upcoming ice age and how the world is gonna freeze to death.
Oh, actually, I don't think we're going to freeze to death, Pop. But you're right. We are entering the grand solar minimum. And
But Kim, listen to me. The research I've done is that this is actually a positive thing in some ways, and the spirit world is pushing this minimum because
it's going to be my season. It's going to be 1,000 years of my season. No, maybe not 1,000. It's a mini ice stage. I'm looking forward to it, actually. But you're right. It is going to be a positive thing because it's going to mean, just to let people understand. Go ahead, Pop. I'll let you explain first, and I'll explain later on.
Just don't interrupt me. It's really annoying. This ice age, a lot of people think it's a negative thing, but the spirit world is actually promoting this because we need a cleansing. We've become too much, and the Bible speaks of this. But the problem with the Bible is that, and Christianity, is that a lot of people think that the end of the world is when that God is going to come back from the sky and he's going to destroy this planet. When that's not the case. Actually, when you listen to a lot of the Catholic visionaries like Nancy Fowler, Maria Esperanza from Venezuela, a lot of the Catholic visionaries, they actually will tell you that it's not going to be an end of the world where God is going to come down to the sky. Instead, it's going to be more of a chastisement where through extreme weather, the world is going to be purified through a period of extreme weather and cleansed. So then we can prepare for the new earth and the 1,000-year new age of peace when Christ is going to reign.
All right. I'm going to explain something here about what research said about the phones. Now, I cut the phone service because I was at Patty's house and I wasn't expecting to be back here. So I told them to turn the phones off. They didn't cancel the service. I did. But I still owe them $110. So once I can get them paid off, we can consider calling them and have the phones turned back on once we are financially back solvent again. Yeah, as far as it's going to be a good time for cleansing because a lot of people have gotten too complacent with modern technology, things such as just in time. And they have become arrogant in thinking that we have the technology, we can overcome everything. Well,
but here's something that humans don't realize, and I've made videos on this in the past. Do you know that we are running out of supplies to build cell phones? Within 20 to 30 years, we're going to be running out of the minerals needed to even make any more cell phones. Do you realize that?
What's that?
What I just said.
Okay. Well, I was reading the chat. That's great.
You've got to.
All right, go ahead. Just repeat it, Pop. Just repeat it. Just real quick. The last statement.
I'm going to have to fucking repeat it again because you don't fucking listen.
I was listening. I was trying to read the chats too. But go on. What you were trying to say?
This is valuable info and you're making it seem like it's cheap. Now listen. Do you realize that within 20 to 30 years, we're starting to run out of we're not starting to. We're almost finished running out of supplies to produce more cell phones. Within 20 to 30 years, all the minerals needed to produce cell phones are just going to run out. Do you even realize that? And it's proven. I've made videos on it.
Yeah, the landfill's already getting full. Yeah.
Not the landfills. I'm talking about the minerals needed to make the cell phones.
Oh, the materials. Yeah, as long as we're recycling, though, we would probably be able to continue to make them. But that brings another thing up. What about the coronavirus? The coronavirus has shut down the factories of China. So there is no cell phones being made right now. Only
the coronavirus was sent from God as a was sent from the spirit world as a punishment for for the evils, for the sweatshops in China, for the evils that's for the evil, for the sweatshops, the pollution, everything. And these factories were shut down by the spirit world using the coronavirus.
Yeah, well,
It
it
was sent
certainly
from,
is. It certainly
and
is.
not only that, I have a message from this Holy Spirit directly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The message is this: is that the coronavirus is not going to be the first virus. The spirit world is getting ready to send more viruses, more hurricanes, more freezing weather, and more cleansings are going to be coming if humans don't change their ways. And you know what? I think the spirit world is right. These human bastards deserve it.
Okay. What do you know about the swine flu, aka the swine Ebola, the
I'm not worried.
H1N1 and the H5N1 avian flu viruses that are going on right now?
Michelle, you're focusing on the wrong thing. Don't you realize that?
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get something that people probably were wondering about the other existing pandemics that are starting to show up now.
Do you want my opinion, or do you want me to tell you what I'm getting spiritually? What I can tell you as a psychic?
Go ahead, bring it
As
up.
as a spiritual teacher, this is what I'm going to say to the people: is that many more diseases are going to be coming, and the next disease, I've gotten visions of this, and the next disease that's going to come is going to be 4 to 5 times larger and stronger than the coronavirus, and it's going to be hitting the California area directly. Los Angeles, San Francisco are going to be full of disease, and it's going to move up along the West Coast. And I had visions of millions of people getting this very scary disease that's coming. And if humans don't change their ways, the spirit world is going to be bringing more disease. And you know what? They're right. These bastardly greedy people deserve it. And unless they change their ways, there's going to be more cleansing and more disease. But here's the pot. And this is all predicted by Our Lady of Fatima and by all the Marian apparitions and by the divine Queen of Heaven.
On.
But here's what people don't realize is that you're committing a very terrible sin by even discussing these diseases, because good people shouldn't be worried about the diseases and keeping up with them. You will be protected. And the fact that you're keeping up with all of this means that you don't believe that God is going to protect you. And
No,
you're
Pop, it
doubting yourself.
doesn't. Because let me explain one thing right now, okay? I'm a humanitarian first and foremost. I may be the North American snow crane of the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom, but seriously, I am concerned about the well-being of everybody. And I'm finished. And we know about the bubonic plague is coming into Los Angeles and into San Fran because of the pollution, the disease, the poop, the human waste, the rampant rat population around the waste piles created by the homeless population. It's going to be a variation of bubonic plague, I strongly believe, that is going to devastate California, and eventually it will go eastward.
Michelle, here's what you don't realize. First of all, what you don't realize is that I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm just telling you what Spirit is telling me, okay?
Okay.
But what I'm going to tell you is this, is that you can have it. There's only 2 options you get. You can either be on the side of God and nature, or you can either be on the side of humans and their bastardly ways. So are you really going to be supporting the evil humans and all their sins, or are you going to stand by God? Because what you just said is that you're a humanitarian. Now, when Our Lady of the Roses appeared in New York City back in the 70s to Veronica Lucan, and when she appeared in Conyers, Georgia in the 90s, she gave the messages of truth. And in Medjugorje, that humanism is a cult. When you put the love of humans above the love of nature and the love of the divine, you're making it seem like humans are innocent and like these people don't deserve any punishment for their sins when they do. Humanism is a cult. You shouldn't be on the side of these bastards.
But Pop,
You should
I never
be of God.
said that I was putting humans above nature. Let me explain. I am also a nature person. Not only, as I said, because I'm the North American snow queen and the United Kingdom snow queen, but because I also love nature too and the raw fury of nature. But I just don't want to see innocent people get hurt or die needlessly
They're
because
not
of
going.
humanity's stupidity.
Listen, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. What you need to you need to use your faith and logic and understand as our. These are not my words. These are the words of the queen of the heavens, the divine goddess. What she said is this to the visionaries all around the world. What she's been saying is this: is that those who have faith and who are marked with the mark of faith. Why the fuck are you groaning at me?
Not. I'm just trying to rest my arm. My arms are sore.
Hey, did you even hear what I'm about to say or no?
Yeah, I'm listening to you, Pop. Go ahead.
That those who are marked with the mark of faith will be protected by the divine goddess from any disease.
All right.
But those who have given themselves up to the demons are gonna get what's coming for them, and that's not our fault. We shouldn't be feeling sorry for these sinners. When someone dies, there's a reason they're dead, and it's because whatever they worshipped killed them. Okay?
So
If
that's the
someone's
mark
doing
of the
too
beast we're talking about. What they've
much, no,
done, especially
Michelle.
in the book of Revelation.
Can you be quiet and let me finish?
Go
I'm
ahead.
not talking about the mark of the beast. I was talking about the mark of God, not
Right.
the mark of the beast. Now, the mark of the beast is already here and it already has been here. It's called greed. Okay? There is no other mark. It's greed.
Right.
There is no microchip. That's just stupidity. There might be microchips, but they're not the only mark of the beast. The real mark of the beast is already here. It's called greed, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if humans continue to take this mark, they will more diseases will be coming from the heavens, all right? And the divine gods and goddesses are not fucking pleased with what humans are doing. I'm going to leave it at that. And I know whose side I'm on. I'm definitely not on humanity's side this time.
Okay.
Have you realized that how many demons these, especially China, they've been worshiping the dragon. The dragon represents I know a YouTuber called Sunlight and a few others who made videos about this, that China has an Our Lady in New York during the operation said this, that China has been worshiping the dragon, the evil beast. So because they worship the evil Buddhist dragon, they're getting what's coming from them from the demons that they worship. The demons they worship are killing them, and they gave consent and they don't even realize it.
Right. And it's funny that China always seemed to have always found mystical dragons to be so important in their history and their culture. Kenneth Stanley says, "Can we please get Pop off of here?" Well, Kenneth, I did kind of promise him that he could speak, so I let him speak. But maybe Pop, you could answer some of the questions for some of the audience now, if you wouldn't mind. If anybody has any questions for Pop, this would be a good time for you to ask. Research project says, "Oh, while I'm bored, done with this drink, and going to run these students out of my lab. Pop has been
Michelle,
liking what?
what do you
So does anybody have any questions for Pop?
I have a question for you, and I'm going to continue with the topic of our life. The reason you've been suffering and I've been suffering is because we haven't realized our true divine powers and we haven't been fully using them. And if you're saying you have, you're lying to yourself, because if you're truly using your true powers, you would have a happy life right now. You would not be in this situation if you're truly using your all your powers. So, and neither would I be in my situation.
Right. But because of reasons that are lack of knowledge or lack of complete knowledge of the powers, we are kind of
But
we're
here, here's the positive. The positive is this: at least we are living a little bit better than a lot of people. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people out there who don't even have the knowledge that we have, so they're living even worse than us, and they have no hope.
right. Understandable.
Now, I want to explain something about black magic to you.
Okay.
What you said before is false. You literally made statements saying that if someone if you put a curse on someone, the curse is gonna come back to you. That's not always true, because if someone fucks you up or does something nasty to you and they don't even apologize and you put a curse on them, that curse is not coming back at you, because they're the ones who did something fucked up and they deserve that curse, and the universe knows that you're just playing by the rules of karma. So if anyone does something nasty to you, you have a right to fucking curse them. And I've done it, and I have no problems cursing anyone who fucks against me.
Okay, that does make sense. Yeah, I see your point. I was more concerned
Like,
about.
I have some friends who didn't return money, and I already fucking cursed them, and they fucking got my curse. I know they did.
Right. Well, the reason I'm concerned about using cursing is that, the rule of ready said, "Do as you will, harm none. For what you give 3 times, you shall receive." My paraphrasing of it, which means basically,
Well,
if someone is doing evil to you, yes, it's just the right to defend yourself, right? It's just like the stand your ground laws in Florida. That is you have the right to defend yourself. So if someone's obviously acting like a flaming asshole and you seriously feel you need to deal with it, even if it's not using a firearm, but in this case is using cursing or a hex or even a jinx, it's acceptable in that kind of circumstance. But with that
the thing
comes
that's good about the thing that's good about curses is that the police can't even catch the real criminal, because there's no way of tracing the curse
right.
or proving it. So you can get away with any crime you want using the spirit world.
Right. But we got to be careful right now because we only got 2 people left on the show. Everybody else left. Pop.
Why is that funny?
Everybody took off.
Really?
Just me and maybe you and maybe one other person are watching right now.
No, I've been channeling the spirit of Muammar Gaddafi.
Who is channeling the spirit?
I have been working with the spirit of Muammar Gaddafi.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I do.
He's a good guy, and he was victimized for something he did not do.
Okay.
Did you know that he made healthcare free in Libya, and he did so much for his country, and the globalists invaded Libya and fucked him up? And I've been channeling him, and and I've been writing down the messages in a journal.
Yeah. Someone named Gull Herm 502 says he's here, and Kenneth Stanley says he's here. Okay. Guys, I'd love to have you ask any questions for Pop. I want to let him answer some questions from you guys.
I'm going to explain something.
Yeah.
And it's about curse.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Like, listen. If somebody tries to cast a curse on you, or somebody's been doing some fucking black magic to you, if somebody does black magic to me, I actually like that. And I there's people in my own family that have done spells against me and people I know, and I fucking like that, because I've learned to take the evil energy and turn it into positive energy. So anytime someone places a curse on me, they're actually helping me, because I'm using the energy and transforming it into energy to help me. And that's what you need to learn too, Michelle. Anytime somebody does a curse on you, or there's spiritual entities attacking to you, Just use the energy and transform it into positive energy that can help you. And you have no idea how much that helps.
Right, it does help, but it's something I haven't quite mastered yet.
But let me explain something to you. All these subscribers that are attacking you, they don't realize that they're helping you, because you can take all that negative energy and you can manifest it into money, into blessings for your life. You don't even realize that. And there's YouTube videos on this topic, literally hundreds of videos about it. It's called transformative. It's transforming the fucking curse, you know?
Wait a second, Pop, that's a very interesting observation. I never thought about that. You're saying is all the people that watch my videos, good and bad people alike, is that because of my instinctual ability, I'm taking the negative energies of the bad ones and transforming it into something that could be for beneficial purposes.
Well, the thing is this: when most people receive a fucking curse, they only receive negative because they don't know what to do with it. But if you actually learn to harness the power, you can actually make the curse work for you. And it's the same. Let's say someone sends demons after you or negative energy after you. You can make a deal with the negative energy, send it to the light, and actually make the curse work for you. So even if people bullying you in real life who are not necessarily spiritual, you can still put in the spiritual work to transform all that negative energy and turn it into a bunch of fucking blessings. And I've done that. And I am doing that.
Right.
So
Like I said,
anytime
it's
someone
something that I've never really done actively.
well, try it.
Oh, it's I'm trying to figure out how in some cases. All right,
I'm
let's
teach you.
take
But
let's take a real world example here. I got a message from the one we shall not name today, and she started saying something nasty to me, called me a fatso. What did I do? I called her a blonde matchstick, and I gave her a grin icon. Now, what does that mean? And I told her, I said nicely after that, I said, well, I'm blocking you for the time being so I can get a break. Now, why did I call her a blonde matchstick? Because she called me a fat fuck. All right? First of all, if she can judge me and call me a fat fuck, why can't I call her what I see her as a blonde, over skinny, 127-pound, blonde haired person? She's small. She's this matchstick. She's like a fucking pipe cleaner. It sounds to me.
no, Michelle, here's what you should have. Okay. That's good. It's good that you defended yourself, and I absolutely fucking agree. But here's what you need to do. You need to grab a fucking candle. Make a list of all the insults and all the terrible things he's done for you, and then burn the list through the candle and say, I am taking all the negative energy this person has given me, and I am transforming it into positive energy to bless my life. That's what you need to do. Burn all the
Okay.
negative energy. And you can use sage too. Use sage or a candle, please. For God's sake.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
I got you. Said Michelle Marie. I told you Patty was passive aggressive. Yeah, I know. I never thought of the term passive aggressive, but yeah, she definitely is passive and she definitely is aggressive.
She's a fucking asshole, that's what. Michelle, and don't you realize that you have a right to curse her if you technically wanted to?
Yeah, in a way I kind of did. Because I told her to do the exact same suggestion that she was telling me to do. Burn my landlord, not pay her rent, and basically try to beg to the Salvation Army to give her rent money because she wanted to get a car. Basically, that was what she said. I just reversed it back to her and said, you do it. You try it. If you think that the Salvation Army is going to pay your $900+ a month rent and then pay your electric bill
Here's
so
my
you can
question.
get a car.
Here's my question. If she's so skinny, then she doesn't need a lot. Why doesn't she save the money from not eating and save that money up that she would have otherwise spent on eating? Why isn't she saving it?
Because she's spending it on feeding her dogs, her cats, and her horse.
That's just stupid. Why does she need a horse?
I agree with you, but she's got a horse. So doesn't that tells you something about one thing that
Listen,
that
she
that
might
for
listen. She might have a horse, but she has no cabeza. She has no brain. She has a horse, but doesn't have a brain. Think about it.
let's put it this way. I think the scarecrow was smarter than she was. At least he acknowledged she didn't have a brain. She didn't seem to recognize that. She's kind of reminds me of Homer Simpson. I am smart, SMART. He lights his diploma, a GED on fire, and it's still on his wall. That sounds like her perfectly. I know what I'm doing. I'm SMART, and her house is burning to the ground. And she's like, I know what I'm doing. Oh, shit. No, I don't. Help! Oh, dear God. That's exactly what
Michelle.
she was doing.
Michelle, forget about her. But if you really want to improve your life, I'm telling you, what you need to do is grab a sheet of paper and write down all the negative things she's done to you and burn the paper on the candle. Or you can use sage and think of all the negative things she's done to you and then burn the negative intentions while thinking and saying that you're going to use that negative energy to bless your life and
Right.
to improve your
I'm already doing that.
your
I'm already doing it. I'm not actually burning anything, but I am taking all those negative insults and I am turning them around because now I'm basically throwing them right back in her face.
Right.
Call me an asshole? Excuse me, lady. I never did anything wrong to you, but you call me an asshole? Right back at you. Wham. No, because you're the one who's acts like a flaming asshole, not me. I didn't act like an asshole. Call me a fat fuck? Well, gee, skinny matchstick. At least I got some weight behind me. What do you got? Okay, yeah, you're short, you're small, you're cute, you're leggy little blonde, 5'5", a little French, American French woman. Yeah. You're all cute and everything. But cuteness, remember, beauty is always skin deep, but ugliness goes straight to the bone. And her attitude is extremely vile. I don't like it. She could have had everything she wanted in life, but she pissed me off to the point where I walked away from her.
Here's my question. When you gave her that response and told her what you told her, what was her response to that? Huh? What was her response?
She's constantly making excuses. And I didn't want to hear it anymore. She keeps telling me, go to Salvation Army, I order you and tell them to pay your back rent to Jimmy so you can pay me. Why should I have to have them pay you, lady? I'm not even there anymore. Well, you still kind of owe me for the cat supplies. Okay, I'll give her that. She owe her 160. All right, that's fine. I can see that. I told her straight out nicely. I said, look, I might be able to give you $10 this month. And she's like, no, I want more than $10. You're not going to get more than $10 each month. That's the way it is, lady. Take it or leave it.
Michelle, do you talk for hours or do you ever shut your mouth and let the other person talk? I want to say something I was going to say something that was very supportive, but you don't even give me the fucking chance because you keep running that mouth and you don't even let me talk.
Go ahead, Pop.
Now listen, I have one major problem with you, and that's this, that you keep explaining yourself to people and keep believing that you have to give an explanation to everyone when you don't. You don't even have to give her an explanation. All you had to tell her that it's my money, I'm not giving you any. End of the story. You shouldn't have given her all those fucking explanations. She doesn't deserve an explanation. Just tell her to fuck off and that's it. You should have just texted her fuck off and blocked her number.
Yeah, well, I think the problem is I want to make sure she understands and gets it straight between her blonde-haired head.
that I am not doing that. I'm not giving you the money. I'm not giving you that stuff. So she can't go out and go, Tina, I didn't get a check. So she knows that I'm not giving her any money other than what I feel she is justified to receive, which is when I
Here's my
told her
question.
when I can pay it.
Michelle, just move on. Hurry up. Okay,
I
let's
want to
focus.
move on. I want to move on. There are other women out there. There are better women out there. I know at least two that are decent people.
No. Let's talk about the world. Here's my question. Why do you support Trump when Trump is a criminal? Trump is criminal. Don't you realize that? He's a fucking criminal.
How is he a criminal? How is he criminal?
Here's my other question. Even if he's not a criminal, he's a president of an illegitimate country. Don't you realize that America has no right to exist because it was stolen from the natives?
Right. I do agree with that.
And here's the thing, even if America, okay, let's say even if, I'm not saying that America should stop existing altogether because that's hard, but why doesn't America at least start admitting that it has a fake history just like Macedonia does? And why doesn't America admit about the Native American genocide and how more than 100 million natives were killed? And here's my other question. Why does the Holocaust get all the fame and all the media when there were so many other genocides that don't even get any attention, like the Native American genocide, where 100 million natives are killed and not a lot of people are even talking about that? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, I agree with you. Why is it getting all the press? That's because the majority of the people that were affected by the Holocaust also are the ones that control the mass media of the United States and other countries. That's why.
So we already know it, but don't get into it because these people will come after us and sue us. But what I'm going to say is this. The natives have no power, no financial power, no press power, so therefore no one's going to fucking pay attention to the story, and that's the sad truth, and it sucks. Because they have no money and no power, no one cares about what really happened to them. No one cares about the way they were affected. And
Pup, I got to answer one question. Somebody here asked this. I never said Lumi was bullshit, and I really don't look at chase too many skirts. Okay, Lumi and I kind of originally thought that Patty would be good because we both would have benefited from another person to share our physical life with. The problem is that Patty's not compatible in this story. Okay, go ahead, Pop. You were saying?
Here's my question. What do you think about Trump calling someone Pocahontas and making derogatory statements against Native Americans? And here's the other part. Do you realize that Obama at least fucking apologized to the Japanese people when he was in Japan for the American bombing of Japan?
Yeah, he did.
But Trump didn't even want to do that, and Trump believes that America is 100% right, and he made stupid, pardon the language, Trump has made stupid statements when he said that the wheel was invented in America. You gotta be kidding me. The wheels are not an American invention.
Nope. I don't know who invented the wheel. I don't know. But anyway,
he's the best, that his country's the best, and that everyone else deserves to be treated like crap, and they don't even deserve to be recompensated for all the damage America has done. And I'm going to tell you something. There's a reason America is one of the richest countries in the world. There is a reason Canada is one of the richest countries in the world. There is a reason the United Kingdom is one of the richest countries in the world. And you know why? Because they robbed all the fucking other countries. They robbed all their oil. They robbed all their resources. They colonized the shit out of everywhere else, and now once they robbed everybody, they act like they're the best and no one else matters, and they don't want any fucking refugees after the damage they fucking did.
Well, I don't know, Pop. I mean, yeah, at the same time, the United States right now is also has had a lot of bad policies, as does Canada, as does the UK. And you're talking about something that is going to take many, many, many
decades to fix. Bad decisions made by governments.
Look, I'm not talking about fixing it. At least admitting it is a start, but they don't even want to fucking admit it. And here's what I find sad about my own homeland, Bulgaria. And I'm not going to get into Bulgaria, but here's what I find stupid. Bulgaria's going to join the European Union and they're going to join NATO when they know that NATO is a criminal organization that has colonized and robbed millions of countries, stole their fucking oil. And now what? Bulgaria wants to be part of the gang. NATO is the gang. It's the gang ran by the Americans.
Mhm.
It's the gang starting the wars. And my homeland thinks that their way of being successful is by selling their soul to the European Union and the gang. And that's what countries are doing instead of standing up for what's fucking right. And it's stupid. They have no brain, no fucking cabezas.
That's because Bulgaria, like everybody else, wants a piece of the pie. That's why. That's the problem. Everybody wants a piece of the pie. The problem is nobody wants to bake the damn pie. And that's the sad truth. So you got all these fingers in this nice blueberry GDP pie, but no one even bothered to bake another fucking blueberry GDP pie. So
But
what
Trump
happens when
was
there is no longer any pie left?
Trump, even though Trump is a fucking asshole, he was right about one thing, is that he was right that NATO is a bullshit organization ran by fucking leeches that want free military support, and it's a leech, stupid leech, warmongering organization. And at least Trump did the right thing by getting the army out of Syria, by creating peace with North Korea. He did a very honorable thing in terms of that, and I
Right.
commend him because Obama and Bush were war fucking mongerers, and so was Hillary, and they wanted to get their dirty hands on other countries' fucking oil resources, rob the shit out of it, so they can fill their fat fucking pockets with more money. Huh?
Mike Hunt
These
asks me, MicheleMarieDalene, did you make up the physical abuse allegations of Patty? No, those are real. She really was becoming very physically abusive, and mentally abusive as well. That's not made up. No, it's not. And by the way, as far as people trying to say that Michelle doesn't love me and all that, that is total bullshit. Michelle does love me. As we said, we both thought Patty would have been originally a good companion for
So,
both of us, but it
something to-
wasn't meant to be.
I have something to fucking say that I don't. Here's what I'm gonna say is that there's two types of people in this world: those that support the old world order and those that support the new world order. And what people don't realize is that those that support the old age and those that support the new age. And what people don't realize is those who are pushing the so-called new world order of the globalists, that's a fake new world order that has nothing to fucking do with the real new world order. The real new world order starts the moment that we put Hillary, Obama, Bush, and all the other criminals in jail. That's when the real new age of light is going to begin.
All right, that's
And
when we literally drain the global swamp.
drain it, and not only drain it, but what we realize is that politics is not enough. We need to change the way we live, the way we think. We need new music. One basic solution is new music, new forms of art, new medical systems. We need to change every aspect of the way we're living because we are living in a society of death. We're killing the fucking planet. We're killing each other, and we're just it's just terrible. We need a new system, or otherwise we're all fucked.
Yeah, I agree with that. But
And let's start
that's
with
one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why the society of allowing Roe v. Wade versus abortions versus argument that it's a woman's choice to kill her body or an extension of her body is okay. Totally dismissing the sanctity of life is
So,
totally bullshit.
Here's what I'm talking. This is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You're going. you're making it seem like abortion is the biggest problem in the world when it's not even one of the main issues. And religion always fights over the bullshit issues like abortion and everything else. I've never heard religion fighting against racism or slavery. When slavery was around, the Catholic Church supported it. When the Nazis were killing the Jews, the Catholic Church supported them. The Catholic Church has never really been a changing organization. And you know why? Because the message of Jesus was not one of change. It was one of letting your enemy kill you, letting them crucify you on a fucking cross, and giving up. That's what the message of Christianity is.
Right.
Give up and let your enemies kill you.
Right. Well, anyway, to my allegations about the physical abuse did not change. They actually has stayed consistent throughout. Every time I've told the story about what Patty was doing, they have not changed. I really kind of wish I could have showed you evidence. I didn't think of grabbing my camera when I was getting beat up, but I would have done it if I thought I could get away with it. But
And Michelle, you cannot claim to be a spiritual being if you're Christian, because Christianity teaches us that we're born sinners, that we are born sinful, and that's a lie. We were born divine. We were born holy.
right, that's true. And that's one of the reasons why sometimes I have a hard time trying to rationalize my true Gnosticism, pagan faith with my Catholic upbringing. And that's sometimes where I end up basically having to try to figure out where does the two mesh, where do the two diverge. And I don't really know.
Michelle, just give up your Catholic faith altogether. And I know as hard as that sounds, it's hard for me too, but I chose to do it.
Well, it's like a lot of people. I wonder if there's a way that some of this stuff can be kind of merged together, but I don't know.
It can't, because let me tell you something. The Catholic Church believes in charity. You know how fucking stupid and evil charity is? What charity means is Band-Aid. It's a Band-Aid solution. What charity fucking means is that you go in, you chop off a bunch of trees, you starve a bunch of children, you colonize a bunch of countries, and then you do some bullshit charity. That's what the Catholic Church teaches. After those, France and England and all those empires, European empires, colonized all those countries, their stupid little religion went inside and did little fucking charity work after the damage was fucking done. Charity is bullshit, and everything Jesus taught was nothing but a bunch of bullshit.
Anyway, Mike, listen, I can't really totally recount every single allegation because it would take too damn long. I have to use the bathroom, honestly. Pop, would you like to entertain the audience while I go use the bathroom? Because you're going to have the con for a little while.
Yeah.
All right, so you can talk to the audience. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay, I'm going to give you all 10 reasons why Christianity is a total fucking failure. First of all, the leader of Christianity fucking died on a cross, and that his enemies fucking kill him and crucify him. And so the main message of Christianity is turn the other cheek and let your enemies fucking kill you and just give up. Second of all, the European countries, the Christian countries, colonized Africa and Asia and South America and the rest of the world, and their little religion did some fucking damage control called charity. Third of all, Christianity is fucking retarded because it makes us spend all this money on bullshit holidays like Christmas and Easter and all this materialistic bullshit. Fourth of all, Christianity teaches us that prayer is the answer, getting down on our knees and fucking begging for help instead of getting up off our asses and taking the action. Fifth of all, Christianity is fucking stupid because it teaches us that we were born sinners and that we are inherently evil and that humans are inherently evil, instead of teaching us that we were born divine and born fucking holy. And I can go off the next. Oh yeah, 6, Christianity is stupid because it makes us believe in heaven and that we're supposed to go to heaven when we fucking die. You gotta be kidding me. Instead of teaching us that Earth is the biggest heaven, and the only way to go to heaven is by fixing the fucking world and restoring Earth to the state of heaven. and so many more fucking reasons. Oh, and if there is an Illuminati, it does not worship Satan. The biggest secret of the Illuminati and the elites is that they worship God. The Illuminati is the Vatican. It is the Catholic Church. It is Christianity. Christianity has been the religion of slavery, of taking over other countries, of destroying other people's faith. And the Illuminati is not satanic like Christians claim. The Illuminati is anyone who believes in God. If you look at the Freemasons and the Catholics, they all believe in God. All the fucking so-called Illuminati believe in God. And that's because God is the so-called God they worship is the leader of the fucking Illuminati.
Okay, I'm back.
I was just telling everyone how the Illuminati is actually not satanic, and how the Illuminati is actually Christianity. Christianity is one and the same as the Illuminati. The Illuminati believe in God, and their false God is the leader of the Illuminati. Jesus is the leader of the Illuminati. Jesus started the Illuminati, and Judaism actually started the Illuminati. It goes back to the Old Testament. They took people. Yeah.
My cunt says, thinks you were embellishing and making some of this up. You suggest that what you say is true. And if you're telling the truth, and you deserve the praise and help. But to be honest, you're acting like you're lying. I don't know if he's talking about me or you or who, but I don't know who he's talking about. My cunt's talking about me or you, but
Okay.
do you think you're
So,
lying?
no, I never lied. But I want to know, what questions do you have for me?
I don't have any questions coming up, but all I know is just that we're down to 2 subs watching it right now, and I'm kind of tired because I got to go to bed early tonight because I have to get up by 8 o'clock tomorrow to get ready for the
I have a
Salvation
question.
Army.
Can you fucking hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
So when you said you were doing some fucking channeling work for me, I wanted to know is if you about my grandmother's sister. You didn't clarify if she believed the rumor, if she didn't believe the rumor that my grandmother was telling her about me. What did the spirits tell you?
She's actually your mother's sister. Okay.
No, my grandmother's sister.
Okay. I'm trying to make sure I got all these names right. Okay. First of all, she's small potatoes. Okay, she's not the real big problem. The real big problem is related to what you said, that there's another entity in a spiritual realm.
No, shut up. There is no. My spirits told me that it's not the demons that are causing this. It's my lack of knowledge.
Okay.
But you're not even answering my question. You're answering the wrong question. My question was, did my grandmother's sister believe the rumor that my grandma's been telling her about me?
No. A lot of them did not believe it.
Well, who did? You just said a lot of them did not, but that means some of them did. So who believed it?
Some of them did, but some of them kind of seriously wondered if she was over exaggerating a lot of it.
Who are the people that are? I want to know who are the people that are believing the rumors about me.
Not many of them, but maybe one out of 15 people. They started really.
Give me the first letter of their name.
Oh, Pop, please stop.
Just
I can't.
One letter. Come on.
I can't even remember all the names right now. Besides, her husband obviously believes some of it. You know that.
Well, okay. I'm gonna go now, and if you can, call me later. If not, we're gonna talk in a few weeks because I've been really busy.
Okay, we'll talk in a couple weeks then. Okay.
All right. Bye.
Thanks for calling. Bye. Bye.
Have a good night. Have a good night.
Yep. Oh my God. And you wonder why I got a headache. Yeah. Yeah. I just my God, my head. My head fucking hurts after all that. Okay, everybody, and come out of your hidey holes. He did bring up a couple of valid points, though, but oh, we're still talking, guys. I didn't plan on having a 3, 4, 5 hour show, okay? But we're still talking. So where's the fucking questions? Halloween. Halloween. What do you mean, Halloween? Who's Halloween? As far as the questions pop, I mean, Mike, some of the stuff that I told you is all true. I am not going to need to justify and give you every single detail. What are you, a private investigator or something? It's none of your damn business, all the details. Do you just want to know how much fucking trauma I suffered under her behaviors? It's all you need to know. I don't need to tell you every detail about what happened or what she did or why she did it or how she did it. That's not even the issue. I'm just telling you, I'm not telling you any more than I already told you. Acting guilty for what? You know what's worse? It's about this that I'm torn because emotionally I still have feelings for her. I really do. But she basically fucked up. She ruined it for herself. She did not treat me as an equal. She did not see me as an equal. Okay? So she fucked up. I didn't fuck her up. She fucked up. It had nothing to do with me. And the sad truth is that because she did that to herself, she basically made her own bed and now is going to have to fucking sleep in it. Now she's not going to have the house of her dreams. She's not going to be able to have someone to sit on the porch with her in the sunset and basically talk in the midnight hours and about having fun conversations. She's going to have to accept her bullshit as now that has ruined her dreams of being Miss Happy Virgo American. Basically telling me is that I'm a big fat asswipe, asshole, son of a daughter of a bitch, useless, legally blind, invalid. She basically fucked herself over, and now she lost out on the one person that could have made her a very happy person. Now, you tell me whose fault's that? Honestly, don't say it's mine, because I didn't do anything wrong. It was her transgressions, and it was her stupidity that caused her to lose all those things that she supposedly wanted. Yes, she did physically abuse me many, 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 many times. And I'm not lying about that. Okay? And that's all you have to know. I don't have to justify, quantify, verify, and qualify information, which is true. Yeah, I figured out after the fact. Sorry, sometimes as Aquariuses do get caught up in our emotions. It's true. Okay? Yeah, you're right. All she wanted was my little green stamps. She didn't care about me. That's why she tried to railroad everybody to say I was such an invalid so she could have power of attorney so she could try to get all her money out of my check to finance her dreams, and all I would get is just basically the table scraps. That's the truth. Yeah, you want to talk about taking a curse and throwing it in her face? There you go. Now I give her the biggest curse of all. She's never going to get to live her dreams from me. She's not going to have those things. She's going to have to work and struggle just like everybody else in the world to make her dreams come true. Because I'm not doing it for her. Period. I broke up with her. I left her. I told her I was done with her. And I am. Excuse me? What? Lumi is pretty much the Michelle to you being Patty. No, there's one difference. Michele and I are both Aquariuses, and we both do truly love each other. We originally said that I felt that Michele should try giving it a try with Patty, even though the first 2 weeks we seriously started to wonder if that was such a smart decision. But by that time, Patty had us in between a rock and a hard place. So Michele couldn't go home in December, couldn't go home in January because she was not capable of getting there. Finally, on 5th of February 2020, Michele and Patty went to Winston together. And Michele is when she declared her independence, gave her declaration of independence, dumped her like a hot potato, and took back her apartment and said, "This fucking place is my home, and I'm staying here." And that's what she did. That's the best thing she could do. And that was the only way she could do it. That's right. And then when you ended up coming back here, the difference was the same situation was is that Dory was agreed on by both of us. Except that Dory, in some ways, is a bit better than Patty. At least Dory didn't physically hurt Michele. Yeah, she didn't hurt me. She just emotionally left. She financially left in the end, left me with a big uh, debt of money to pay back to Jimmy. But that's the difference. She didn't try to throw me out of my apartment. She didn't try to say that I was an invalid and try to say that she needs to be taking power of attorney in my life and try to take advantage of me like Patty did. There's a big difference there. No, I'm not no table scraps. But look, guys, honestly, this is a past. We don't really want to dwell on the past anymore. It's time to focus on the now, the future, the present, the opportunities that abound for us. It's time for us to go ahead and go on to the next level, okay? Because the future is now, the past is done. We have to focus on what we got to do now to solve the problems. No, you don't feel terrible for me because I'm still with Michele and Michelle's still with me. So we are together. And I can tell you that we are well aware that some people may think I'm being treated bad, but I never was. No, Ed left on his own. He actually wanted to go to Florida. He went to Florida on his own terms. If you're talking about the fact is that he proposed to me and I turned down his proposal back in around 2006, when he proposed to me at the Brookshire Cafe in Torrington. And he and I talked about that afterwards. And he says, "Yeah," he said, "you're right. I didn't think about that through." He said, "I didn't think I was ready to take on that responsibility, but you were right enough to know that I was not capable of being married to you because I wasn't ready myself." So, again, I never dumped Ed. We're still friends. We still talk to each other, even to this day. Um, it's easy to blame me and say we did something wrong, but we didn't. No. All right, guys. It's 2 hours, 8 minutes, 22 seconds. And I think it's time to wrap it up. I got a busy day tomorrow. And I got a feeling Research Project said two watching. Wow, me and Mike, I guess, Papa and everybody out. Pretty much, yeah. And now I gotta go ahead and hide the statistics again on the videos. I can't wait to the day that Susan Wachiki gets her head out of her ass and removes the likes dislike system or changes it to be more like eBay's new feedback system, which has been in existence now for a few years, requiring people to give more detailed reasons for likes or dislikes of a video. I always thought that the symbol system was a piece of shit. Okay, I used to have a brisket on the grill, but a lot of us don't get that option. Wish me luck for tomorrow, guys, for the Salvation Army. Anyway, I will try to post a link tomorrow night, the live stream, how it goes. So tomorrow night around 8 o'clock again. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern time again. We will discuss how it went with the Salvation Army. And let's see if we can get more people back on the show. We did have a conversation with Miss Schmickelcat, aka Spaghetti Sloth, earlier. Unfortunately, it kind of got derailed. I'm sorry about that. And we'll try to get some new people on here. Yeah, well, that's true. But anyway, what I suggest next time we do is let's have some questions for Pop next time he comes on. Let's stump Pop. Let's stump him. Let's get him to answer your questions. That's what we got to do. You guys have got to engage him. You got to keep him busy. Unfortunately, nobody knew what to ask, and that makes sense. But sometimes he kind of is intimidating, and he drives everybody out. Well, that's cool. So, anyway, guys, wish me luck for tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm going to change this video to private or just change the stats to private. And we'll talk tomorrow, everybody. So, I mean, take it like it was. I didn't think today's show was a total waste of time. But I do think it was a little bit send me info how unblock who? Unblock who? People Peace? Okay, you gotta go to your studio and you gotta go look up the names of the people that you blocked. Believe it or not, it's actually in YouTube Studio. There's all the list of people that you blocked. And you gotta go into your studio and just remove anybody from your block list. Right, I just told you how. So you gotta go to your YouTube Studio on your desktop. And there's the comment section or the user settings. And that's how you unblock them by Xing them out. See, I actually don't really know how to do it in the new studio, but on the old studio, that's how you would do it. Okay, great. I think Pop needs some serious questions to seriously make him feel stimulated. And unfortunately, I think I'm kind of boring him to tears too. You can hear I was yawning also. And I think he needs some serious stimulation. I mean, he seriously needs some new questions. Okay. Wait, so good night, everybody. Bye-bye, guys.